Where I grew up, I was 1 hour away from Disneyland, 20 minutes away from Six Flags, 1 minute away from Cal State Northridge, and 2 minutes from the Anheuser Brewery. The smell of brewing hops always makes me think of home.
Mr. Hannu is from Grand Rapids, Minnesota. My hometown is a 1.5-hour drive to the closest freeway and a 2-hour drive from Canada. The Mississippi River originates 1 hour away. The temperature ranges from -40 in the winter to over 100 in the summer. My county is the size of Oahu but has over 1,000 lakes and is covered with forests. Many NHL players are from Grand Rapids, as is Judy Garland.
Mrs. Boehning is from Ewa Beach. Home is Ewa Beach, where she moved to during elementary school, and it will always be a home in her heart. Growing up, there was only one stoplight on the 2-lane road into Ewa Beach. A little town was completely surrounded by sugarcane, not housing developments. It rained black snow when they burnt the fields, and the football team lost every game yearly. The best friend noodles and pork hash were bought from the white Manapua truck traveling the neighborhood streets. Hidden gems included tourist-free howbush, Barney's smashed cow, neighbors sold ice cake, and Silva's store snacks.
Hilo is located on the east side of Hawaii Island. I was born and raised in a very small area called Kaumana. I live 5 minutes from Hilo Hospital. Hilo had a population of 37,808 when I graduated high school, and that has increased to 45,056 today. Hilo is known for its rainy climate, though I do not remember it raining that much. Loving people and tasty food. You won't see a bustling city, tall buildings, or a freeway in Hilo. Hilo is the home of rocky beaches, merry monarch, and small town living. And I love every bit of it.
Mr. Dunn was born and raised in the Sunset District of San Francisco. There were earthquakes, Giants games, 49er championships, and lots of fog. When asked about the East Coast, I would think about what was across the Bay Bridge in Oakland and the East Bay. Played baseball, basketball, soccer, and football all over the city, and rode bikes and played in Golden Gate Park.
Mrs. Lauzon is from Wilmington, Delaware, and West Grove, Pennsylvania. I was born in Wilmington, Delaware, and moved to a small town in Pennsylvania when I was 10 years old. Although we technically moved, since we lived so close to the border, we went to Delaware almost every week because all of our family was there. Both places are still back home to me. Wilmington, Delaware has been in the news a lot lately because it's also home to President Joe Biden. West Grove had about 1,500 residents when I lived there, one traffic light, and was surrounded by cornfields, mushroom farms, and cows. It has doubled in size in the 19 years I've been away. West Grove is only about an hour's drive from Philadelphia. The closest beaches are Ocean City, Maryland, and Rehoboth Beach in Delaware, and are over Rehoboth.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Matsumura. My hometown is Makakilo, Hawaii. Before there was the second city known as Kapolei, we were a small hill community in between Maipahu and Honokaihale. We even shared our zip code with Ewa Beach. We also had to go to Waipahu for groceries because there were no shopping centers at the time, only sugarcane and rolling hills. We are not known for very much on our own apart from Kapolei, besides the occasional and massive brush fires.
Mr. Francisco, Huntington Beach, California. Born in California, moved to Oahu in 1972. All I know is Hawaii Kai, Makiki, Waipahu growing up. Local boy at heart. Hawaii Kai to me would be Magoo's Pizza. No who call Magoo's. We used to also look forward to getting the seats in the pirate ship at the Coco Marina McDonald's. Makiki was also about the fire station across the street. Also, bus fare was only 10 cents. Village Park was one of the cane fields above Kupuna Loop.
Mr. Bard is from Ramsey, England. He was raised as a military child, so he had a number of different homes growing up. But his favorite home was Ramsey, England. Many buildings in Ramsey were built in the medieval times. The high school there used to be an abbey and looks like an ancient castle. Ramsey is just a few minutes from Cambridge, home to many of the world's most intellectual thinkers.
Hi, this is Mr. Raymer. I grew up in the Sauk Valley along the Rock River in the towns of Rock Falls and Sterling, Illinois. Rural Illinois was a great place to grow up. We went boating on the river, went on many hikes, and pretty much lived outdoors as a kid. In school, I loved science and history classes and participated in orchestra, school plays, football, and the swim team. If you've ever dreamt what it would be like to go 2-3 miles in any direction and run into an endless cornfield, well then Illinois is the right place for you. Northern Illinois University was great too, and being closer to Chicago for college allowed me to go see my Bears and Cubs play a lot more. Go Bears.
Home for me is here in Mililani. I'm very fortunate to have grown up here and gone to schools in a place where the ideals of community and family seem to be very prevalent. Childhood was spent at the baseball field, running around in the streets, and cruising in friends' backyards. The cold temperatures and off rain and H2 traffic jams are all worth being able to live in such a special place. I grew up just outside of Appleton, Wisconsin in the country. Wisconsin is freezing in the winter. Imagine scraping ice off your car windshield. But it's beautiful in the summer for 2 months. Growing up, I enjoyed playing baseball, basketball, and football. Yes, I was a jock. Wisconsin is a land of lakes, cows, cheese, beer, brats, and the Green Bay Packers.
A sunny day is not quite the same as the ocean blue.